Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my video. So, I haven't done a CVT video in a while. I'm gonna do a CVT video. So, basically, this video is on my on how many times I actually changed up my CVT fluid. So, if you guys follow my videos or follow my CVT videos with issues and me explaining my personal experiences with CVT, my CVT transmission on my Nissan Altima. I used to change my transmission fluid I'd say like every couple, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, or whatever. I think for like 4 months, 3 to 4 months. But lately, I've been changing my transmission fluid every time I change my engine fluid. Now, I used to use regular transmission, regular engine oil, 5W30. It wasn't synthetic. And last time I changed it, I changed my transmission fluid. No. The previous to the last time I changed it. But last time I changed my engine oil was a couple weeks ago. I used synthetic, and it was my first time using synthetic on my car. Don't ask me why. I just decided, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna use synthetic oil in my car. By the way, I use SuperTech, so you know it wasn't that much of a. I think I paid like $15 for like a 5-quart bottle from Walmart. Pretty cheap, and it's supposed to work better for your car. Especially if your car has high mileage, which my car does. I mean, it's had high mileage for ever since I bought it. I probably should have used synthetic from the very first time I bought it, 150,000 miles. I did. So I ran it up to like 317,000 miles, or whatever it is right now, 317, I guess, 316,000. And I decided I wanted to use synthetic oil in my car. You know. So that's the story behind that. And so every time, you know, when I did that, I was like, I'm gonna change my transmission fluid. Like I did last time, I'm gonna change my transmission fluid with. So this is like the second and third time right now that I've actually changed my transmission fluid when I changed my engine oil, which is not expensive. If I do it myself, I have about 3 videos up right now. 3 videos up on a DIY on how to change transmission fluid. Your transmission fluid. You can do it yourself. It's pretty simple. I use a simple water pump that I bought from eBay. I think it's like, you know, $4 or whatever. Tubing from the Home Depot. And a bucket. And about $50 worth of transmission fluid, which is like 5 quarts from AutoZone, Advanced Auto, one of those places. Castro, CVT. And that's pretty much my regimen at this point. It's pretty much my regimen at this point as far as my CVT transmission is concerned. And you know, I do myself. It's cheap. Essentially cost me $50 to change it. You know, right now I'm using synthetic, so it's gonna be $50 every 6,000 miles instead of 3,000 miles. So it's $60 for my transmission fluid. As far as my oil filter and the oil that I use for my engine oil, that's like, I don't know, less than $20. So $70 every 6,000 miles. I used to do it every 3,000 miles, but $70 every 3,000 to 6,000 miles. You know, changing fluid and stuff like that, and about maybe like an hour and a half of your time. Hey, you know, it's a good deal. It's a good deal. It keeps your CVT transmission. You know, the more you change it, the better it works. The more you change it, the better it works. Yeah. I mean, you know, I've done videos where I've driven my car to the point where the transmission fluid actually broke down. You know, the transmission fluid actually thinned out or whatever it does. And you know, and over the summers, the car, you know, has that CVT noise and stuff like that. But ever since I started doing it, as far as changing up the transmission fluid every 3,000 miles, every 6,000 miles, I haven't had any kind of issues with my CVT transmission. It works great. All right. I mean, my thought on CVT transmission at this point is, you know, I think the oil, like your engine oil, I treat it as if it was my engine oil. You know, every 3,000 mile interval, every 6,000 mile interval, you're using synthetic. You know, I changed my CVT transmission fluid, and I think it's gonna help out my car with longevity. Not that I have issues with longevity at this point with my car. You know, it's logging in about 317,000 miles on it already. Haven't had any issues with the engine. Haven't had any issues with the transmission, the CVT transmission ever since. You know, I had it. Had a new one put in at about 200,000 miles. So I've logged over 117,000 miles on my CVT transmission fluid by just changing the transmission fluid. Happy about that. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know what the manual says. Like most manuals will say, you need to change the CVT transmission every 40,000 miles or so. But you know, I don't think, you know, if I drove 40,000 miles on the transmission that I have now, my current transmission, I'm almost positive, you know, at around like maybe like 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 miles at that mark, I'll probably have the car, you know, make that whining noise and stuff like that. I'll probably start having issues and stuff like that. But I haven't really had any kind of issues for the longest time now. Haven't had any issues for the longest time now as far as my transmission is concerned. I've actually done a ton of videos, and I've touched on so many of my personal experiences with the CVT transmission that is on my Altima. That I got you know, I know my car at this point with, you know, logging on. I mean, I bought it at 150,000 miles. At this point, I've logged on 100, 150. 167, 170,000 miles on my car. You know, knowing what I know with, you know, everything with the CVTs, I drive it every day. You know, I know what I know about my car itself. You know, I'm pretty confident, you know, at, you know, understanding, you know, what kind of noise my car makes, how my car drives, etc., etc. I mean, if you're gonna drive that many miles in your car and driving it every day, you kind of have like this, you know, this relationship with your car. I don't know. You kind of have like, you kind of know. It's like your own body. You know, you spend so much time in it. You drive so much in it. You kind of know, like the back of your hand, like you know, issues and all that stuff at this point. So, you know, as far as that's concerned, you know, like I haven't made too many videos on CVTs since, you know, maybe like last year. Reason being is that I've touched on so many issues that I don't think there's like too many issues that I could actually think of to make a video on. But this video I did change up my the regular intervals that I changed my transmission fluid. And as far as changing the transmission fluid on your CVT transmission, I just want to say that, I mean, the more you change it, the better. That's you know, the more you change, it's like motor oil. The more you change it, the better. I'm just talking about CVT transmissions now. I'm not talking about your automatic transmissions with gears and stuff like that. That's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. That's a lot different, actually. I mean, with CVTs, you got one belt. You know, it's going up and down the cones and stuff like that. At least, I mean, at least that's, you know, that's what I haven't personally taken that, you know, the whole entire thing apart and looked at it and stuff like that. But normally that's how CVT works. It's one belt. You know, it's constantly going up and down, and the better the oil is, the fresher the oil is, the more it lubricates the belt, etc., etc. There's no gears involved with it. You don't have to worry about slipping and stuff like that. You know, if it ever breaks down on you, you know, that, you know, if that belt ever breaks, you know, that's your whole transmission right there. And you know, as far as the belt is concerned, the better the fresher the transmission fluid, you know, it's not going to make any sound, it's not going to make any noise on you, not going to make any sound on you. You're not going to have issues with your car's computer telling you that, you know, it needs to go to safe mode because your transmission is overheating, etc., etc., etc. But you guys got to watch my videos on that, because I talked about those kind of experiences with the CVT transmission. But I just want to tell you guys, really appreciate your comments. And really appreciate your comments. And if you guys have any comments for me, you know, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section, good or bad. And you know, please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Also, if you guys want to donate, I know that's a big thing these days with Patreon and Subscribestar and stuff like that. I haven't actually looked into it, don't really care. I do have a PayPal account. I mean, if these videos help you guys out in any way, you guys would like to donate, whatever you guys want to do. If you guys don't want to, it's fine. I don't really care. I don't really care. But, you know, it'd be great if you guys do. But, you know, but, back to this video. Hope this video has helped you guys out. Always appreciate your comments. And try to think of what else I could say about, you know, as far as my CVT transmission is concerned. It's working fine. I mean, you know, I get, you know, comments asking me how my car is these days. It's fine. CVT sounds great. I mean, you know, I haven't had any issues as far as it going to safe mode, limp mode. Haven't had any issues with the whine. Haven't had any issues with anything, actually. I mean, I've been taking it over 70 miles per hour for, you know, a good period of time, you know, and haven't had any limp mode issues coming up and stuff like that ever since I started the new regimen of changing it every time I change the engine oil. And I know you guys are probably thinking that's kind of expensive. Yeah, it's kind of expensive. You know what, I'm just rambling on after I actually finalized it. But let me just complete this and tell you guys, it's kind of expensive to change the transmission fluid every, well, it's relative. But I guess, you know, every 3,000 miles or 4,000 miles, you guys take it to the dealer or whatever, it's pretty expensive. You guys take it to the shop, they'll probably charge you $200. You do it yourself, all you need is the oil. I mean, the fluid, the transmission fluid, that's all you need. It's $50 and it's about 30 to 45 minutes of your time in that water pump I told you about. But look for my videos. Look for the how DIY, I believe it's DIY CVT transmission fluid change. Look for that video. All right, it'll help you guys out. You know, it's pretty simple and easy. All you gotta do is get that water pump, that 12-volt water pump, the tubing from Walmart. Costs about $5 or whatever. You get a whole lot of tubing, plastic tubing. Nylon, no, not nylon, whatever the tubing is made of, plastic, I think. But yeah, it's pretty cheap. I mean, DIY, it's pretty cheap, you know. And you get your car, you maintain your car good. It'll maintain your car good. It'll maintain your car good. But like I said, I'm gonna end this video. So if you guys like my video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and you know, whatever your comments are, feel free to leave them, guys. Whatever your comments, all right, guys. All right.